Hey everybody. Today we're gonna do something a little bit different. It's gonna be my first impressions of the anime called Handshakers. Now, there's been a lot of controversy surrounding this anime, I guess you could call it. But there's been a lot of controversy that's been saying the anime is dumb, it's stupid, animation's horrible. Well, today I'm gonna do a first impressions and tell you what I think about it. I mean, not anything can't be as bad as Taboo Tattoo. Am I right?
On fire.
Now, before I get into the characters, the animation, all that stuff, I'm gonna kind of start with the beginning, and then we'll make our way, the characters, the animation, the story, all that stuff, see how everything works. Okay, let's start with the first 2 minutes of Handshakers. Okay, so the first, intro, I guess you could say, the beginning of this epic story is probably the most confusing 2 minutes I've ever sat through in my entire life. Now, I'm going to show you the first 2 minutes, since, I figured out how to bypass the YouTubes and do the stuff right. So I'm going to show you the first 2 minutes of Handshakers, and you tell me what you think. Okay, so that just happened. So the problem I have with this beginning is that it immediately just throws everything at you. You get text, you get animation, you get action scenes, you get lighting. It's just my eyes felt like they got raped while I watched this intro, and it's like they throw so much just credits and these person talking, and for some reason the first episode was dubbed, even though it's subbed. I clicked on subbed and it wasn't subbed, it was dubbed, which I'm not really complaining about, but still, you gotta keep it to what you want to say, I guess. But everything was just going by so fast. It was blurry. I couldn't process anything what was going on. This beginning is awful. It's horrible, and it's probably one of the main problems I have with a lot of animes, where they just show you to the action. Oh, dragons, lightning, all this crazy stuff. Now, okay, let's get into the actual, showing of the characters. Now, it starts off by showing us future events that's gonna happen, and I always hated that in anime. I really hate that trope, I guess you could say, mainly due to the fact that it kind of spoils everything. I never liked the fact, oh, I get to see this future event that happens at the end of the episode, and I get to see the events that led up to it, but there's no tension because you already kind of know what sort of happens. But whatever. It's just a microplay. Some people like that. I don't know. So we get into the character. His name is I forgot his name, so let's call him Mr. Fix-It. Mr. Fix-It. Let's call him Mr. Fix-It. And he meets a girl who, of course, has to be the most beautiful, big-chested babe ever, because anime. I've seen this so many times. I've lost all just shocking from a trope like that. So let's not focus on that. Okay, so the guy he's one of those characters that's all timid and kind of sort of a wimp, but in the end he becomes a super strong guy that fights for his friends. That kind of character. The one that's always shy, timid, and then he ends up being super cool, I guess. But yeah, he's one of those types of characters. Now I've seen this type of character a lot like tons. Which I'm never really, I guess you could say, I never get tired of it because in a way each character has like a different thing, but pretty much 50 or say 60 out of 50% chance that they're usually always the same. So yeah, I'm not saying he's gonna be the same, but it just looks like he is. So let's not focus on that. Okay, so the character also we get introduced to is the girl, the white haired kawaii girl that's cute, doesn't say anything. Which, I've always liked characters that are just kind of silent and just gonna go, just kind of talk like that in a sense. I've always liked characters like that. They're just quiet and timid and have to use like other ways of communication. Like that girl off of It's Just a Zombie that she always draws on stuff and she just shows you what she's saying. I always like that for some reason as the character. But yeah, I mean, this is the first episode, so she's fine, I guess, because she doesn't say anything. But hey, I'm fine with that. Yeah. And then we get introduced to our rival character, I'm guessing. Or I guess you could call... I'm just going to call him a rival character. That's what this anime kind of portrays. He's a guy that wields chains. And his partner is a girl that gets wrapped by the chains and makes sex noises. Because the chains are wrapping around her body. Yeah, that's, yeah. Yeah. So... yeah, those are pretty much our characters, just so far, anyway, in the first 2 episodes. Or at least our main, Oh, yeah, there's a doctor guy that's a doctor. I would say that he's pretty interesting, I guess. I mean, he's quite a quirky, but, I mean, whatever, it's the first episode. Okay, so now we talked about the characters, let's talk about
the story.
Okay, so the story is that there's Handshakers, and let me just say this, it's probably the most retarded sounding name I've heard. Why did you call it Handshakers? Why not just call it, like, Holders? That sounds a little bit cooler. Holders? Handshakers just kind of sounds like you're kind of playing with yourself, but, whatever, my preference. So yeah, Handshakers. Basically, I'll admit, it's a pretty cool premise, idea, it's like, there's a guy and a girl. I mean, so far there could be another guy and another guy. I don't know, but then it's like they have to hold each other's hands and not let go, or else like one of the girl dies. I guess maybe that's only fixated on Mr. Fix-It here, but whatever. But it's pretty cool. They hold each other's hands. They activate powers. If they don't hold their hands, they die in like a certain amount of time. I guess someday. As Dr. Man portrayed it. Like, I don't know. To me, it just kind of lost the tension there. I thought it'd be kind of interesting just to hold each other's hands for just a long amount of time, and then, oh no, they let go, it dies. But I guess, whatever. Long fixated amount of time, unknown amount of time, whatever. Fine, your story, I guess. But yeah, basically, it's a big battle royale, and, you win, you meet God, you get a wish, boom. Yeah, basic storytelling, I guess. Yeah, you meet God. Totally isn't like Fate, where you get the Holy Grail, you get a wish, and this you meet God and you get a wish. So yeah, I mean it's different, I guess. Okay, so we got past the story so far, anyway, and then let's move on to the big elephant in the room, the one topic I wanted to talk about in this.
The animation.
The animation in this is probably the most confusing, bewildering, condescending animation that doesn't want to decide what it wants to be I've ever seen. Now, there are times when the animation is I guess, decent, but it's like the attacks, like the chain guy, like you could tell like some parts don't exactly mesh well together in the background of the animation, or at least doesn't look well in the animation they're showing you, because it's like up close and personal, yeah, they look fine in dark colors, but it's like I feel like they cranked up the brightness so freaking high you can't even tell if the animation is good or bad. It's like the brightness itself is just cranked up so high, and I'm like, I'm going blind just watching this anime. It like in some parts it's fair, it's fine, but in other parts it's just I can't see what's happening. But it's just so unfitting. Like, the animation can't decide what it wants to be. Does it want to be good? I don't know. Does it want to be bad? I don't know. Does it want to be decent? I don't know. But it's like, even there's, I can tell there's a little 3D animation in there too. It's like at the chains and stuff. That's 3D animation. And it's like, this doesn't look well with the animation itself. It looks really freaking weird. But the problem is, I can't freaking tell if the animation is good or not. Like, I have, like, in some parts I said it looks fine, but it's the brightness is just cranked up so high my eyes can't comprehend what I'm watching. It's just so confusing. Like, I have a mixed message. Like, I bet if I continue this, I'll be able to say, yeah, it looks like crap. But it's like, I can't tell what's happening. My eyes, they're being raped as we speak. Now, also, I've noticed a lot of weird angles and a lot of weird, I almost said shots like it's a movie, weird camera, no, weird crap. What can I say that's, like, I guess angles. Let's just say weird angles that the anime does. Like, in the beginning, I'll show a little clip.
Would you just call me Lily? I mean, we are in the same grade.
Okay then. I'll call you President Lily.
When you're working, you get so focused you don't even respond when someone talks to you. I thought about pranking you, but I decided that'd be too mean.
Taboo Tattoo has better animation. I'll give it that. If anything, I'll give Taboo Tattoo has good animation. You know, with the Handshakers, you already know my opinion on that. But now comparing stories, Handshakers seems more interesting and better, I guess, told. Or I guess I haven't watched it all, so I guess I should say better built up or better explained than Taboo Tattoo was, where it just throws you in the story and does nothing to really fill you in on really anything that's going on or why characters are here or not. And this, you get pretty much the rundown of the first 2 episodes, what's going on, what's Handshakers, why do they meet God, all this stuff. And that's pretty much all I can really say, because I've only seen the first 2 episodes. This is a first impressions. Now, would I continue watching this? I guess I'm interested in it enough. I'm the type of person to not really judge an anime until I watch the whole thing. I'm not like the type, watch 5 episodes, then you're done. If it's not good in the first 5 episodes, you have to be pretty bad for me not to watch it anymore. Like Taboo Tattoo. But now, will I end up reviewing this? I may end up giving my final thoughts about it. Maybe not a full-on review, but just final thoughts. Do I think that this deserves more of a chance? Yeah, Handshakers deserves a chance, even though the animation is questionable. It's questionable. It's not. I haven't seen more than 2 episodes. So I haven't really seen all the action scenes. I'm guessing the animation will be tested in the action scenes. But judging off the first action scene we seen with the kid and the gear sword and stuff, the gear sword was kind of a cool idea, actually. I'll give it that too. But it's just, fine. The chains looked freaking weird. It was too bright for me to really judge it. It was just weird and bright, and my retinas are still kind of hurting from watching it. But I guess that's a sign of bad animation. But to me, I guess, I don't know. It's a weird freaking thing to judge it on. I can't tell if it's good or bad because the brightness is just freaking built up the freaking sky high and I can't see. And I can't really tell what's going on either because the girl's freaking just, I don't know. The animation is the weirdest, most just it's backwards. The thing I've ever seen in my life. I will say it's the weirdest animation I've ever seen in my entire life. Now, Handshakers, is it... I can kind of see the reason why it's getting so much bad rep, but yet again, I have not watched past episode 2. So, my opinion may completely freaking change if I continue watching it. As I said, I'll probably do a final thoughts on it. But it's just, I don't know. I'll watch it more. My opinion may change. So, if you want to write a comment saying how I have bad taste or something, I'm glad, I don't know. Like I said, I can't really tell if the animation's good or bad because it's kind of both in a sense. Some scenes it's good, some scenes it's bad. I don't freaking know. The story seems decent so far. So far. Trust, I said the same about Taboo Tattoo. Well, actually, no, I didn't. But whatever, you didn't see my review on that. But yeah, it has a better story than Taboo Tattoo so far. So far, okay? I'm not past episode 2. It could get worse. When I read on Anime News Network the review of it, it's been getting worse. So I don't know. Honestly, this is better than Taboo Tattoo so far. So that's a feat in itself. I still have mental scars from freaking watching that, and I may end up redoing the review for Taboo Tattoo since I know how to do this stuff now. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this first impression of Taboo Tattoo. Let me know, what do you guys think of I said Taboo Tattoo, I meant Handshakers. I'm sorry. What do you guys think of Handshakers? Is it promising? Is it decent? Is it fair? Because so far to me it's fair. It's nothing great, it's nothing spectacular. Animation's questionable, but as I said, it'll be tested further when I watch it further to see if it can hold up, which I seriously doubt given the reviews of this. But I've been dropped this video mainly because there's not a lot of people talking about it because it's so bad. But I feel like bad animes need to be talked about too, So yeah, I'll continue watching this, and when I finish it, I'll do my final thoughts on it. So let me know what you guys think down below. You think it's good, bad, fair, whatever. I actually wanted to see your comments about this. So catch you guys later.